Hello everyone, it is Wednesday, November 8th, 2023, and it is time for another Facebook Live. So while you are finding this, I'm going to share the video with my group also. So I always do it live here on my page, but then I share it to the group just in case somebody is looking for it there. So let me do that. Hope y'all are having a good week. We're halfway through. So if you saw my post yesterday, Stampin' Up! Dropped a bunch of new online exclusives. So as a demonstrator, I was able to pre-order a few of them. We had the ability to do that, and then there were some more that dropped that we weren't able to pre-order. So I've got to place an order soon for some more because there are some really great ones that I would love to have. Okay. Did it share it? Hang on, I don't know that I ever chose a group to share it with. Maybe I did. No, I don't think we went through all those. Okay. Now we're going. So there are some more online exclusives available now, but this is one that I was able to pre-order. If you are new to my Facebook Live, I come to you live every Wednesday evening at 7:30 Central Time in the U.S. And I share a card or something that I've made. And then the next week I draw from everybody that comments on the video here on Facebook to win that. And so last week we made this beautiful Christmas card. And it has shimmery white embossing paste on the edges of the needles of the pine needles. The shimmer just doesn't come across very well on camera, but it's a very shimmery card. So at the end, I will tell you who won that card. I have a few other cards to show you with these Fluffiest Friends, and so I'll show you those. And then another rocking card. I don't have... The one I saw this originally was a swap from my friend Carol, and I don't have that one right here. But we also did one of these in my friend Kay's technique class, so I'll show you that. But this rocks back and forth, and it is just circles. That's all it is. And it will fit in a standard envelope, so you can still mail it just in a standard envelope. So it's really a lot of fun. Excuse me. So let's get started. Now let me show you so this is a stamp set, Fluffiest Friends. What I've seen is this is a hamster. I wasn't sure what it was. So you've got a rabbit, a beaver, a bird, a cat, and a bear. Those are all very obvious. This one we weren't sure, but the consensus seems to be that is a hamster. So you've got this fun stamp set, and then there is a set of dies that go with it. So they cut out all of the animals. And then there's also, this is a cave. So if you put it this way, it can be a cave for your bear. There's some grass, some leaves, a branch, a beehive, some balloons. So really a fun set of dies too. And I will show you some cards I made with using some of those dies. Now for tonight, just to speed it up, I did go ahead and stamp and die cut the cat. But I'll show you how I colored it. And then because this doesn't have, hey buddy, because this doesn't have any sentiments, I pulled in Medley Mix. And this is also one that's in the holiday mini catalog, and I just use this Happy Birthday. You could use Hello Friend, any of those, but I use the Happy Birthday. So let's get started. I have our cat already, and then this is a punch, and I really do need to label all my punches because I can never remember the names of them. But I'm going to go ahead and stamp. This is Memento Black. I'll go ahead and stamp the happy birthday down here towards the bottom so we have room for our cat. And then we'll just set that aside. And that's all the stamping that we're going to do because, as I said, I already did the cat. So now we will color him. I was going to color him Smoky Slate, but my light Smoky Slate blend has run out, so I need to order another set of those. So we're using Gray Granite instead, which looks just fine. Now, what I love about these images that you color is that Stampin' Up! Helps you out. So they give you these markings to kind of show you where you might want to do some shading. So I'm starting with my dark, and I'm just going to go around where these lines are around the outside. And you can add more, but I'm just kind of going around the outside. And then I'll do a little bit under his chin because that would be shaded, and a little bit at the base of his tail. And really, I should do some under his arms. All right. And then I'll just go back with my light. And this one is getting kind of, the tip of it is kind of messed up, so I may have to order some new gray granite also. But I like to just kind of swirl around just to get that blended in. Now you do want to be sure, and I'll show you here in a minute, to have something underneath when you're coloring, because it does, it will bleed through. So I'm not coloring his nose. I do want to color his arm. And I'll go back and fill in, since this point is kind of messed up, I'll go back in with the small point and be sure I get all around, get his other little paw. All around the pot and the flower. And then his feet. And I did do his feet in the light. All right, and then I'll go back with the dark, with the fine point, and do the insides of his ears where it's kind of shaded. And then his muzzle, snout, I don't know what you call it. And then for his little nose, I used light basic black. Just for that little nose. We could have used a pink, but I used a black. All right, now we need to color our pot. So I used this cardstock is Misty Moonlight. So that's what I'm going to use. Again, I'll take the dark and just do a little bit where those lines are on that side. And then take the light and color that in. So there's our pot. And then our flower has a yellow center. This is Daffodil Delight. I think it's the dark. Nope, it's light. I lied. And then I did the flower Balmy Blue. That's this blue color. So just trying to keep it all in the same, you know, not having too many different colors. Normally your clay pot would be a clay colored, and I could have done that, but just to keep it kind of more uniform, I did it the blue. And then this is Old Olive because I had to have a green leaf. All right, and it looks like I need to add just a little bit more, of the light gray granite, like a little bit at the end of that paw. And it looks a little lighter around there, so just fill that in a little bit more. There. And there he's all colored. No, he might need a little bit more on his ear up here, sorry. Right there. Okay, now he's done. Let me hold him up a little bit closer so you can see. Isn't he cute? And then that's what I mean by being sure you have something underneath, because it can bleed through. Now, you don't really see much on my paper, but it can. All right, so this these circles were die cut, and I forgot to check to see if they, I know they were unavailable for a while, but I think they should be coming back, and I forgot to check before tonight. But these are the deckled circles dies, and they're huge. So this is the third biggest one, and that's big. And there's still one, 2 sizes bigger than that. So that's the third biggest, and then I just took some designer series paper. That's the 4th biggest. And then the 5th biggest I did out of white, and then I cut it in half. So you can use, you'll get 2 cards out of 1 circle cut on that. And then what I did is, hopefully you can kind of see, I just kind of measured how wide it was and figured out what halfway was, and I scored it. But just the cardstock. I didn't score anything else. So that's scored. So let's get our bone folder and crease that. And then the easiest way to do this, for me, I'm just grabbing my glue, is to lay this down. And it's best if you have a pattern that's not directional. This one is a little bit, so on the back side, it is, you know, kind of upside down. But it's not so noticeable with this. But if you have a pattern that's not directional, it's even better. So lay that down where you want it so it's even all the way around. And then I just held the back and then just put glue here on the front. You don't want to go too close to the edge. And then I pressed it down. So I did not crease this designer series paper. And then once that's stuck, then you can kind of fold it over, and you want to kind of push that so it gets tight against that crease, and then you can use your bone folder again. And that just worked the best for me. Now again, just lift this up, put some glue down. I have to remember this is a new bottle of green glue. It comes out very easily. All right, and then I want it to be right side up that way, so turn it back over, grab your white, your basic white, and then just attach that on the inside. And it's smaller, so you can either leave it, you know, out a little bit, or you can push it all the way up against the fold. This time I think I'm going to leave it out because there's plenty of, you've got plenty of space that will still cover it. Okay. And then of course you have to have some type of embellishment. So I've got, this is our, it's called Night of Navy, but I thought it looked, I'm pretty sure it's called Night of Navy, but I thought it looked really nice with the Misty Moonlight. It's not quite as dark as Night of Navy. And if you're new here, I will put on my blog, which is creatingwithcindy.com, the dimensions for this. After this video is over, you can go find it on my blog. I'm going to take, I didn't have all my adhesives over here. I found it easier if I took my Stampin' Seal and just put a little bit of it here to hold that ribbon while I was trying to tie it. And I want it pretty close to the top. So if I just kind of lay that across there, that helps hold it while I tie my knot. And then once you tie it, that inside will be fine. So I'm just going, and if you ever are wondering why your knots might go up and down rather than, like, see, mine's going straight across the ends, what you have to remember is to go over with the same ribbon. So I'm going to go left over right. So now that one that I went over the top with is on my right. So now, as soon as I get my fingers to work, I'm trying to scoot that up a little bit. Now I'm going to go right over left. And that will keep it from going up and down. That will keep it going straight across. So it goes nicely across like that. Now there might be times when you want it to go up and down. And in that case, you just do the opposite of that. All right, so let's trim those off. I thought I had everything ready. I didn't have my scissors over here or my adhesive, but luckily it's right close, just behind me. And then we want to, I just took the cat and put a little bit of liquid glue across the bottom of him and attached him to my sentiment. He's so cute. And then I took that whole thing and just put some dimensionals on it. And I don't want to put it at the top because he's going to hang off the top. So just put it down on the punched part. And then just adhere him right there. And there you go. And then it rocks. It's so fun. So you can do this with anything. The one that we made in Kay's technique class was this rocking horse. Have a rockin' Christmas. I mean, it's perfect for that. So it just rocks back and forth. I don't know if I'll be able to give this one away. It's too cute. And then the other cards that I've made with the Fluffiest Friends. Here's another cat. Thanks, buddy. This one, I didn't color much at all. I just left him white. So I just colored his snout, his ears, and then, of course, the pot. And then this is the daisy paper. And this is some more daisy paper. There's a little rabbit with his little cupcake. And the beaver. He doesn't have much coloring either. So you can do this without having to color as much as we did on the cat. So I just colored his feet, his tail, you know, his little hands. And then there's some wood. Let me show you. Like a beaver dam, kind of. But I just had him sitting on top of it. And then I think this is my favorite one. This is the bear. He is so cute. And I used those dies. So the branch, the beehive, and then cut him. And I used the cave just sideways, just as a shape to go behind him. But you could certainly set it up so it was like a cave that he was sitting in front of. So that is the Fluffiest Friends. It is a really cute set. I have had a lot of fun playing with it. So if you are interested in getting that off the online exclusive. So the online exclusives, they come out with them, I think it's every 3 months. They come out with new ones. And you don't know how long they're going to stay. We don't know how long they're going to stay. As a demonstrator, we don't know how long they're going to stay. So if there's something you want, I would suggest you go ahead and get it now rather than wait, because you don't know. Because some of them, once they're gone, they're gone. They're not going to reorder them or get any more in. But you can only see them online. I can order them for you. You can order them at a class of mine. You can order them from me online, but you can only see them online. So check back yesterday, because that's when they first went live. There's a link on my Facebook page that will take you over to the online exclusives, and you can see everything there. There's one that is kind of like a background, a bunch of different background textures. That's one I'm going to have to get right away. There's a really neat sentiment one that's kind of like watercolor words. I don't know how to describe it, like they've just kind of written them. That's one I'm going to have to get. There's one that has a kind of like a soda can with a bunch of different things. That looks really cute. So there's some really, and I do have from a swap, this paper is absolutely beautiful. And I don't remember what the name of it is. But these, and then there's some glimmer paper too. You can see it there. And these little embellishments. So there's dragonflies, dragonflies and little birds. And there's some more of that paper. The paper is absolutely beautiful. And then Patience made this one, and it's using some of the stamps that go along with this die set. And the paper, it's kind of all goes together. So, gorgeous stuff. All right, I promised I would tell you who won this card from last week, and it's Nancy. So I will get that to her. I've got a whole pile of stuff for her, so I will add that to her stack. And anybody that comments on this video here on Facebook will be in the drawing for this cute little rocking card. They're just so fun to play with too. All right, that is it for this evening. Kind of short and sweet tonight. And I will be back next week with something else fun. All right, I will see you next week. Thank you. Bye.